Hello, and welcome to our podcast, There's a Ghost in My Closet. I'm Alice, and I'm joined with my other host, Carly.
Hello. Now join us while we dive right into what wants to remain deep in the closet.
Hopefully the mic actually gets that because our mics have been really funky as of late. So, it's okay because we both work minimum wage jobs. I work part-time.
I work full time and I still don't get paid enough.
Anyway, I hope you guys are having an amazing Friday. I know that it's Monday right now, but it'll be Friday when they listen to this. So
Yeah.
I hope you guys have a really good weekend. How's your day been going?
You're pretty good. I was off.
I was not. I had to deal with old men today. I work at a coffee shop. But speaking of coffee, today Carly and I decided to go get some coffee before we film our episode today. Today we got my place of work. We got Dutch Bros.
Thanks.
I got a Golden Eagle cold brew with hazelnut.
And then I got a cookie dough protein.
I hate our cookie dough. I'm sorry. I had to deal with making the cookie dough. Like, I understand some of you think the cookie dough is good, and it is, but I have to be the one to make it consistently.
Didn't she have like a container full of like cookie dough?
Yeah, that's like cookie dough bites. Yeah, but the drizzle has to be perfectly vertical, and we had to put the same amount of soft top, same amount of cookie dough. It's like, bro, this drink is annoying to make. It was like the same with the cookie butter. It was the same with the brown butter. It was, oh my God. I love that you guys love it, but these drinks are fucking annoying to make. Enough with me getting out my capitalism rage. Hey, we are going to be going over the Crescent Hotel and is it the Clown Motel or Hotel?
Clown Motel.
Clown Motel.
Hotels are a little bit.
I genuinely don't understand.
But motels are a little bit smaller. If you've seen pictures of a motel, it is way smaller than an actual.
Yeah, like me and Caleb, whenever we go down to the beach, we're going to stay at night in Mobile because we're going to Gulf Shore, so it's like an hour away. And we're staying at this inn, and I'm like, what's the difference between inn, motel, and hotel, and just like a residential?
Inn, I would say, in my opinion, is more like wouldn't be a bed and breakfast type thing, but
Yeah,
that's what I think mostly when I think of an inn. And then a hotel is just like maybe 1 2 night stay. Um, and then a motel is just like out in the middle of nowhere, has nowhere else to stay, just stay for a night. And
yeah, it's
leave the next.
I don't know what the difference is, but that sounds about
That's
right.
my opinion. Y'all can, you know.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna be honest, I haven't heard much of the Crescent Hotel. I heard about it from that one Sam and Colby video, and it's located in Arkansas, which is funny because I used to live in Arkansas for like 3 years. I've never heard of it besides for that one.
Could have gone to it.
It's in Eureka Springs, and I don't know how close that is because I lived in Conway, I lived in Fort Smith, I've lived in Ozark, Sherwood, Tickner, North Little Rock.
Went to New York.
Oh yeah, but that's not in Arkansas.
I know, but
All of those things I've just listed are all the places I used to live in Arkansas. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, when we get bigger, we really need to go to the Crescent Hotel.
I agree. We need to go to all these places.
Yes, but we don't have the money, and I have a child, but I can still work.
I have a child too. He's just puppy.
And
I have a Gibby.
but I have a human child, so
Yeah,
I would have.
they're a lot more high maintenance than Gibby is.
He's a good baby.
He's a good baby, but he can, doesn't know how to take care of himself yet.
No, he doesn't. It's not handmade.
Oh, he's a guy.
Now, if it was a girl,
Yeah.
more clothes,
More makeup. We'll have to look nice. I was a tomboy.
and I still am sometimes.
But anyway, you guys, before we start, you guys better say hi to Bubblegum. She has moved. That's because we haven't figured out like a light fixture yet. So like the lightings on this side and that side, like the curtains. We're doing this during broad daylight, so like it's gonna look a little lighter, and you literally could not see her up here. So she's down here for the remainder of the time until next time we film and it's darker. So everyone say hi to Bubblegum, or like normal, she will appear at the foot of your bed at 3 a.m. singing Michael Jackson.
Hi, Bubblegum.
Hi, Bubblegum. She's gonna be our watchful protector. All right. Well, I think we can jump just right on into our stories.
She's going first.
Yes, I'll be going first today. Okay, so today I am going to be going over at the Crescent Hotel located in Eureka Springs, Arkansas, which I know I think we said this last time we did a hotel video with like the Cecil Hotel and the oh yeah, and the Grand Jerome. But this when I looked at my information, it gave me quote unquote America's most haunted hotel. Um the 1886 Crescent Hotel is one of the most allegedly haunted hotels in the United States. What makes it unique isn't just the ghost stories, it's a combination of documented history, tragedy, and medical fraud, including decades of paranormal claims. Whether someone believes in ghosts or not, the hotel's past is undeniably disturbing. The story begins with the founding of Eureka Springs, Arkansas. During the late 1800s, thousands of people traveled to the Ozarks, believing the area's natural springs possessed natural healing powers. Wealthy investors wanted to capitalize on this tourism and envisioned a luxurious mountain resort. So think of like, do you remember the Arthurian legend where it would like drink from the fountain of youth and you would gain eternal life? That's what they thought this spring did. It was like natural healing potion or whatever. The Crescent Hotel opened in 1886 as an elegant Victorian resort perched high above the town. It featured grand architecture, fine dining, sweeping views, and quickly became a destination for affluent travelers seeking relaxation and the quote unquote healing waters of Eureka Springs. Which, fun fact, this was probably located not too far from where I stayed in Arkansas. Because I used to stay in, I used to live in Ozark. I lived in Ozark for like 1.5 of the 3 to 4 years I lived there. So interesting. I never knew this. The hotel struggled financially after its first years. Rather than closing permanently, it was converted into the Crescent College and Conservatory for Young Women. Oh. Operating as a prestigious boarding school for girls. Students attended classes in music, literature, languages, and etiquette inside what once had been luxurious hotel rooms. Eventually, the school also closed because of financial difficulties. So, this thing did not have very good luck financially at all. The building later became a junior college operated by the Christian and Missionary Alliance. Again, this period did not last long, leaving the enormous structure vacant once more. Moving on to the Norman Baker era, which was between 1937 to 1940. This is the chapter that transformed the Crescent Hotel from historic landmark into paranormal legend. Norman G. Baker was not a physician. He was a former vaudeville magician, radio personality, notorious medical fraudster who claimed to possess a miracle cure for cancer. So you know those people like in the Western movies that would be selling snake oil, and
Didn't he have like stuff in jars?
yeah, and there's like, oh, it's cure for cancer. This will cure your, wrinkles. It'll cure
Basically
your
just a
yeah.
collection.
And it didn't do shit. It was placebo effect and not like psychologically, oh, I'm healed. No, it just didn't work.
No.
He purchased the hotel and transformed it into the Baker Cancer Hospital. His cure was essentially injections and tonics made from harmless ingredients, while patients paid enormous sums believing they could be saved. Many patients arrived with advanced cancer, most never left alive. The basement became a morgue where bodies were prepared before removal. Doctors who questioned Baker's methods were dismissed, and patients were often isolated from skeptical family members. So if you went to this place, you just died. Like there was no cure for you at all. Eventually, federal investigators convicted Baker of mail fraud, not practicing medicine illegally, but using the U.S. mail to deceive patients. That's stupid. So like he didn't go to jail for, malpractice or being a fraud and basically killing people with second degree.
Mm-hmm.
He went to jail because he used the mail system wrong to advertise his shit. This dude's an asshole.
Like he said, oh, I have a cure for cancer.
Bullshit. Jesus Christ. He served prison time and the hospital eventually closed in 1940. Now, moving on to modern day era. In 2019, archaeologists uncovered a hidden 8 linked to Norman Baker's hospital operations. Among the discoveries were hundreds of medicine bottles containing remnants of Baker's miracle treatments and jars with preserved medical specimens believed to date from the hospital era. The discovery reignited public fascination with the Crescent Hotel's darkest chapter because it physically connected today's hotel with Baker's fraudulent hospital. Yeah. This hotel has been around for a long time. So not only are there spirits from the Victorian era, from, the very vintage era, but like Baker's influence on this hotel when it was a hospital, when it was a Baker's hospital, left the most lasting impression on any hospital ever in like America. Because the way he would literally inject people with placebo effects, believing he could cure cancer, and then for them to die in the hospital and then get carried to the morgue. That kind of stuff doesn't just go away.
Didn't they have like it was a hospital, but it also had like a full like
Yeah. That was in the basement. So the basement held a lot, like it was like treated like the whole ward. So like the only people down there were the dead bodies and the people carrying the dead bodies. It stunk too. Stunk really bad. And most of the time, if you got sent to that hospital, you weren't making it out alive because of how bad of a doctor this guy was. Yeah, you went to the hospital, you eventually just went right to the morgue. It's not good. Luckily that only lasted like 3 years because Baker's reign of terror was from 1937 to 1940.
okay.
And like during that time, it was also during World War II. So like people didn't really have any other option because everything was so expensive because the government was taking stuff for the war. And his prices were cheap because, he's a fraud. Now, the spirit said to haunt the hotel, Michael, in room 218. Perhaps the hotel's most famous ghost. According to hotel lore, Michael was an Irish stonemason helping construct the hotel in 1885. He reportedly fell to his death while working on the roof or upper floors. Today, guests staying in room 218 frequently reported doors slamming by themselves, lights switching on and off, loud footsteps knocking on walls, TVs activating without explanation, and objects moving. Some visitors claim to have seen a man in work clothes standing near the bed before disappearing. Skeptics note that there is no definitive historical record confirming Michael's identity or death, though the story has become central to the hotel's folklore. I don't want to talk to Michael. He's away, you guys.
Was that one of the rooms that Chris and Selena stayed in with Sam Colby?
I think so, yeah.
Didn't they see something through the
Yeah,
window?
they saw, if you go see like a bunch of like investigators, which this is the evidence I believe Michael. This evidence is why I believe the spirit of Michael to be real. Because, like I said, the only time I've ever heard about this hotel was when I was looking up ghost investigators. Because, like anyone, normal teenager age, I was looking up a ton of ghost paranormal stuff. Because I've always been interested in this kind of stuff.
Same.
So the only time I've ever heard about the Crescent Hotel was when I was looking stuff up for that. And
Sam Colby did a video.
Sam McCoy did a video, and then I think with Comic Chris and Selena Spooky Boo. Love those guys. Yeah, but they definitely saw like a man walking in room 218. So
I don't know if it was just like something right there, but if you look at the window, there's like a slight shadow.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's actually something or just something that has the light shining.
It could have been. I don't know. But if it was, then Michael's definitely somebody that I would say you wouldn't want to piss off, but like he's definitely somebody to call, like to come if you call the same. So yeah, he likes the attention. Now, Theodora, room 419. Unlike many ghost stories, Theodora is considered friendly. Pretty sweet. Housekeepers and guests report encountering an elegant woman who politely introduces herself before vanishing. She is believed to have been a cancer patient during Norman Baker's hospital era. Norman Baker's reign of terror, as I like to call it.
Yeah.
Reports included folding guest clothing, tidying up rooms, looking for her room key and is speaking briefly before disappearing. So she's literally just playing hotel room keeper.
Yeah, but the thing is, when I saw my stuff move, and I just saw Shadow just doing stuff, I was
She's
freak
cleaning
out.
your room.
Let's still freak out though.
Like, why are you freaking out? I'm literally folding your underwear. I'm folding your underwear and you're freaking out. This is the things that I
Some normal people don't forget. What? People that are just normal as paranormal. Okay.
It wouldn't have like judged me much. I'd just get out my EMF reader and just be like, hey, are you folding my clothes or trying to like possess me? If it said I'm folding your underwear, I'd be like, okay, have fun. Like, let me know if I need to pay you or something. Oh my god, that'd be hilarious. Many guests describe feeling comfort rather than fear. The nurse in white. The third floor once served as a part of Baker's Hospital. Visitors report seeing a nurse pushing a gurney down the hallway after 11 p.m. Witnesses describe squeaking wheels, metallic rattling, a woman dressed entirely all white, the figure disappearing before reaching the hallway's end. This area housed the hospital's morgue during Baker's operation. Oh, I forgot I put this down in my notes. Norman Baker himself haunts this hospital. Well, hotel now. You bitch. Many visitors believe Baker never truly left. His apparition has reportedly been seen wearing a white suit, wearing a purple shirt, interesting, standing near the basement, looking confused, and watching visitors silently. Imagine this man being literally the reason why most of his, no, pretty much all of his patients died. Him just looking like,
Where is everything? Where'd
it's
it go?
bit. Like, okay, I'm not trying to like shame his spirit because like who knows what bad energy I can get from that. But like, why are you confused when you're in your like? I wonder if he's confused because he's like, this was the hospital. This was my hospital. Where's all the cancer patients I have to save? And instead, it's a hotel. But like the audacity this man has after doing malpractice, injecting people with false medication, and then going, what happened to my hospital?
That's what happens.
I don't like him.
Me too. Why?
Because Baker profited from desperate cancer patients, many paranormal investigators believe his spirit remains tied to the building through guilt or unfinished business. Though this is speculation rather than established fact. All right. And then occasionally people see Victorian gentlemen. Guests report seeing a well-dressed Victorian man wearing top hat, beard, and formal suit. He has allegedly been seen sitting quietly in the lobby near the staircase and at the bar. Attempts to speak to him reportedly end with he simply just disappears. Me during social interaction. Oh my god, sometimes at work I literally like, hi, how are you? And I just want to Dancing spirit. Oh, dancing spirit. I love dancing spirits. They're so cute. Late at night, staff have reported hearing music from empty rooms. Some witnesses claim they've seen transparent and translucent figures dancing inside the crystal dining room dressed in late 1800s formal clothing before fading away. So probably when this was like a luxurious hotel back in the 1800s. Why people believe it's haunted. Reporters of the haunting point to several factors. A history spanning nearly 140 years with multiple uses, the deaths associated with Norman Baker's fraudulent hospital, thousands of guests reported describing similar experiences over decades, reports of footsteps, voices, cold spots, moving objects, and apparitions, the eerie basement morgue, and numerous paranormal television investigations. Now, when it comes to paranormal and haunted stuff, we always like to add the skeptical side. The skeptical view, there are also grounded explanations worth presenting to your audience. So, to you guys, the hotel is an old Victorian building with creaking floors, aging plumbing, and shifting wood. Guests often arrive expecting paranormal activity, which can influence perception. The famous stories of Michael, Theodora, and others have spread for decades, making them similar reports more likely. While Norman Baker's fraudulent hospital is well documented, there is no scientific evidence proving paranormal activity. The Crescent Hotel is therefore compelling because its verified history is disturbing enough without requiring belief in ghosts. The Crescent Hotel is actually haunted by those old Victorian ghosts, Norman Baker, or Michael or Theodora, you know. whoever you think might haunt the Crescent Hotel, let us know down in the comments if you think that those spirits are actually haunting the hotel. Because personally, I think there's definitely a lot of residual energy in that place. Based off of my own experiences, I think that there's definitely, at least with the countless deaths that happened there, with people probably being very angry at Norman, especially if his spirit is haunting around there, there's definitely, definitely energy surrounding that building. However, again, I've never been there, so I can't say 100% myself. But I think it is haunted, personally.
Yeah, me too. It's just all the stuff that's happened. Of course, there's always going to be something just kind of off-putting about it.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really know, but it's just, I don't
I
know.
think it's also just knowing the history of it, and that tricks your brain to thinking, like, oh, this is just not a pleasant place to be around, because you know what happened there. It's just
Yeah,
eerie.
it's just, I'm feeling, if we ever go there and we just walk in, we'll feel a
I do
certain
that with
energy.
my own house. Like, yeah.
Anybody's house I go into, or, you know, anytime I walk into work, I always get a draining feeling. I'm like, I'm already
Same.
drained.
I like whenever I clock into a 7 to 8 hour shift, I'm just like, I'm already depressed.
I work mornings and afternoons. What are we talking about? The clown? Yeah.
Oh, a lot of people aren't gonna like this one. I know several people
A
told
lot of people
us
have
that are scared of
this.
clowns.
Yeah, some people have a phobia. I think it is a phobia. People don't like clowns. But imagine checking into a motel where over 4,000 clowns silently stare at you. These are like dolls and stuff. Like,
Absolutely.
I would love to go there just to experience it, but some people it's actually caught in the clowns movie. Like slightly. Like small ones and big ones. Not like moving places, just like moving an arm or something. Now imagine that motel sitting directly beside a cemetery filled with victims of mining disasters, epidemics, and gunfights. Is it just clever marketing? Or have the spirits of Tonopah found a new place to call home? Tonight, we're checking into one of America's strangest and arguably creepiest roadside attractions. The Clown Motel in Tonopah, sorry if I'm saying it wrong, Tonopah, Nevada. Turn off the lights, keep one eye open, and enjoy the ride. The Clown Motel sits in the tiny desert town of Tonopah, Nevada. Some people say Nevada, but I say Nevada.
I see Nevada.
Yeah.
Nevada.
Yeah.
Just for the comical part of this episode, you should just only pronounce Nevada like Nevada.
Just to mess with them.
And like, and tonight we're gonna truly figure out if the clowns in the Clown Hotel located in Nevada are truly haunted.
But you really got to put a southern accent with it. I don't know why. It's just, it fits. It fits.
It does.
Halfway between Las Vegas and Reno, 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 no,
Yeah.
Ren. It has become world famous for one reason: clowns. Thousands of them. Like I said, it this motel is home to over 4,000 clown figurines, dolls, paintings, masks, puppets, and collectibles.
I say we burn them all.
Nearly every inch of the lobby is covered by smiling clown faces, watching guests as they check in. Even many of the guest rooms contain clown decorations, ensuring visitors never completely escape their unsettling gaze. So nice.
That's so nice of them. That is amazing.
But what truly gives the motel its eerie reputation isn't just the clowns. Directly next door sits the historic Tonopah Cemetery, where hundreds of people are buried after dying during Nevada's violent mining boom, including victims of the 1905 Tonopah Plague, miners killed in the 1911 Belmont mine fire and victims of shootings and accidents. And also back then, not like now, so I don't think they do that. But back then, they would put like just a short summary of how they died, like shot down, or shot 9 times, or died of a plague. That used to put what they died from. But now it's just in loving memory of so and so and so and so.
Well, yeah, because from the old people who die on the toilet for breaking their hip, you can't put died on toilet.
Well,
That'd be
Elvis died on the toilet.
my grandfather died on the toilet.
Really?
Well, he didn't die on the toilet, but he like was on like he was using the bathroom and he like stood up, broke his hip, and he just never made it out of the hospital. So if he never had to use the bathroom, I mean,
Yeah. Now, the combination of creepy clowns and an old cemetery has earned Clown Motel the nickname America's scariest motel.
yeah, those fucking clowns. I agree. I agree.
I'm sorry, we have to go there at least once.
No,
Bitch, I will drag you in there.
okay, but I'm gonna be in like one of those like spear bowls, and I'm not gonna.
Allison, just carry some crystals on you. Okay. None of these clowns have caused anyone problems. Just the cemetery.
Psychologically, they're gonna cause me a lot of problems.
They haven't really done anything to anybody because they're just sitting there. They'll watch you, but
I'd rather them do something to me so I know what they're getting at, so I can kill that. I can set them on fire. Okay, I'll go in, but I'm carrying a lighter with me.
Provoke, Allison. What have you said?
I'm not provoking. I'm defending. I'm defending myself against clowns.
They may not think that way. They may think you're provoking them.
Well, I'll say I'm not trying to provoke. I'm trying to defend. Don't come near me.
To understand the Clown Motel, I'm in the history part now. To understand the Clown Motel, you first have to understand the town Tonopah, Nevada. I keep saying Nevada, but keep forgetting to do Nevada.
Nevada. Or I can just record you saying Nevada and then put that sound over every time you say Nevada.
You're like, Nevada, 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 Nevada. The birth of Tonopah in 1900, a prospector named Jim Butler reportedly discovered silver ore in the area after chasing a runaway burro. What followed was one of Nevada's biggest mining booms. Thousands of miners, businessmen, gamblers, and fortune seekers flooded into the desert, not desert, transforming Tonopah from a barren stretch of land into a thriving mining town almost overnight. At its peak, Tonopah was one of the richest mining communities in the American West. Saloons, hotels, stores, and homes sprang up throughout the area. But life in the mining camps was dangerous. Mine collapses, explosions, disease outbreaks, and violence were common, leaving many residents buried in what would become the old Tonopah Cemetery. The cemetery's dark past. The cemetery beside the Clown Motel isn't just an old graveyard. It's a record of some of Tonopah's darkest tragedies. One of the most devastating events occurred in 1911 when the Belmont mine fire trapped miners underground. 17 miners lost, not actual miners, people that go into cave and mine ore.
Who do real life Minecraft.
Yes.
Not anyone under 18, even though.
Well, it could have been.
Yeah, I mean, they did use a lot of minor labor back then, but you get it. You get it. The occupation minor, not the status.
Yeah. But they lost their lives, so it remains one of Nevada's deadliest mining disasters. The cemetery also contains victims of the 1902 Tonopah Plague, an outbreak that swept through the growing mining community. Others buried there died in shootings, mining accidents, illnesses, and other hardships that were common in frontier towns. Because of these tragedies, many paranormal enthusiasts believe the cemetery may be responsible for much of the supernatural activity reported around the motels today. But, okay. This one is how the Clown Motel was founded. It was, the 80s. Fast forward to the 1980s. The motel was built by Leroy David and his wife, Leona, opening its doors on November 4th, 1985. The project was deeply personal. Leroy's father, Clarence David Prince.
Carl, you talking about all over the carpet. You just had it cleaned yesterday, Carl.
You're very autistic.
So are you? You're the one who said to make the podcast with me.
Well, this one really cool because
Okay, so
we fight like an old married couple. It's funny. He had been an enthusiast clown collector throughout his life and had accumulated
and you're calling me autistic?
his life and had accumulated more than 150 clown pictures. While Clarence passed away and was buried in the cemetery next door, so he's buried in the cemetery next door. Yeah, it's because they lived in the town where it was,
I don't like that.
we could probably, like, when we go visit it one day, we can go see from his grave.
Yeah, maybe we could come an offering or something and ask him why the fuck he was obsessed.
I can crochet him a little clown figurine.
Make it cute, not creepy.
I'll make a clown figurine and gift it to him.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah, we can say, hey, we're gonna do an investigation in your hotel. Could you like tell your clowns to back the fuck off?
The family decided to honor his memory by creating a clown-themed motel nearby. His collection became the foundation of what would eventually become one of the most famous roadside attractions in America. At the time, nobody expected the motel to become known as a haunted destination. It was simply intended as a tribute to a beloved family member, which is kind of sweet. But clowns,
That is sweet. Yeah, like it's just like
it's like
you
26.
You could have chosen literally anything else. You could have chosen flowers.
You know what makes me crazy? 16.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you understand that? Yeah.
We're on the internet 2016 years ago.
Yeah. Now, growing the collection. Over the years, guests began donating clown figurines from around the world.
Of course they would.
The collection grew from a few hundred pieces to thousands. Today, the motel houses more than 4,000 clown-related items, including porcelain clown dolls, antique circus memorabilia, clown paintings, puppets, masks, vintage toys, and music box clowns.
That makes it even worse.
Just imagine hearing that in one night. There's creepy circus music. Some of the oldest pieces in the collection are believed to be over a century old. The sheer number of clowns and webs that many appear worn, faded, and or eerily lifelike help create the unsettling atmosphere that visitors experience today. Now, becoming a paranormal legend, as word spread about the unusual motel sitting beside a historic cemetery, stories of strange experiences began appearing online. Guests reported seeing shadow figures, hearing unexplained voices, and feeling as though they were being watched, which I love them all the time. Travel blogs, paranormal websites, and ghost hunting groups started sharing stories about the motel, eventually earning its nickname, the scariest motel in America. The Clown Motel became a regular stop for paranormal investigators, YouTubers, and ghost hunters looking for evidence of the supernatural, aka Sam and Colby. Sam and Colby went there. I don't know how long ago they went there, but it was
A while ago.
maybe a year now. And they also, renovations and new fame. In 2019, businessman J. Har, which is I think it's four. I don't know. Yeah, it's a four, but it's spelled Vijaynehr.
M-E-H. Mahar.
The J in the four.
Yeah. So close enough. We're probably butchering that.
Yeah.
We can't help it. We're English.
He purchased the property and began major renovations. Instead of removing the clown theme, he expanded it dramatically. More clown collectibles were added, themed rooms were created, and horror-inspired decorations were incorporated throughout the property. The renovations helped transform the hotel from a quirky roadside attraction into an int- internationally recognized destination for horror fans and paranormal enthusiasts. Clown Motel today uh, is one of Nevada's most famous roadside attractions. People visit for different reasons. Some come because they love clowns. Some come because they hate clowns and want to challenge their fears. Some come for the history of Tonopah. Many come hoping to experience something paranormal. I know two of those you. What are you gonna say, Donna? Are you just gonna smile and wait on me? Smile and wait. Whether it's truly haunted or simply unsettling because of its unusual location and thousands of staring down clown faces or staring clown faces. The Clown Hotel has secured its place as one of America's most infamous and mysterious places to spend the night. In quotations, I'll tell you when it's at the end of it. In quotations, a motel built as a loving tribute to the father's plan which now stands beside a cemetery filled with the dead from Nevada's mining boom. A combination that has turned a family memorial into one of the most talked about haunted locations in the country. Out of quotations. Now, paranormal sightings and personal experiences. Whether hauntings are real or not is impossible to verify, but these stories have become part of what the motel's legend. Shadow figures. Many guests say they have awakened and see dark figures standing beside their beds or watching from the corners of their rooms. Some report that the figures disappear the instant the lights are turned on. Others claim the shadows seem to move between the motel and the cemetery. You're gonna hate the next one. God damn it. Children's voices. Several overnight guests have reported hearing children's laughter echoing through empty hallways late at night. Others describe hearing whispers coming from outside their room, even when surveillance cameras reportedly showed no one nearby. Oh, that's lovely. Oh, I already said this one, but movie clones. It's worse than the kids. Yeah, just a freaking kid-sized clown,
You know what?
running at you.
But you
It's like The Shining.
you know what I think about when you say moving clowns? I think of that one clown from Scary Movie 2. The one where he tries to kill Uncle Ray and Uncle Ray just molests the crap out of that clown.
His sort of like his dick wrapped around the clown's neck and freaking went yanked him under the bed. Instead of him being scared, the clown was scared.
Yeah.
And
Like
like the clown was scared.
not gonna scare me. I will scare you.
But well, my boyfriend James, he hates the scary movies.
Why does James hate scary movies?
He doesn't like them.
I love those movies so
It's so
it's
hilarious. He
stupid.
just thinks they're stupid.
It's just not his humor, which you need to beat that in him.
Mm. But yeah, moving clowns. Perhaps some of Hotel's most famous stories involve the clown dolls themselves. Guests have claimed clowns appearing to change positions overnight. All heads turning toward them, eyes seeming to follow them around the room. It's kind of like a picture when you move side to side, it's still staring at you unless you go behind it. But yeah, they'll basically just follow you. Music boxes activating by themselves, which I figured that would happen, but these stories remain anecdotal. Do you understand that? What I'm
Acknowledgeable?
Anencdotal. It's a
Oh, I see.
and
Anecdotal.
that's just what I said. I can't pronounce that. Big words like that that I don't say often, it's hard to say. But they are among the motel's most repeated legends. Strange noises. Visitors often report footsteps in empty hallways, knocking on walls, doors opening and closing unexpectedly, tapping sounds coming from rooms with no occupants. Staff members have also shared stories of hearing unexplained noises after everyone has gone to bed. The cemetery. Many paranormal investigators believe the activity may have more to do with the cemetery than the motel itself. Neighboring Tonopah Cemetery contains graves from a difficult chapter in the town's history, including miners, epidemic victims, and others who died during Nevada's volcanic years, which I already said all that, but some investigators claim EMF spikes, cold spots, and unexplained voices while exploring near the cemetery, though these claims remain unverified. While skeptics dispute these interpretations, this has greatly increased motels.
You know that one meme from Instagram with that guy with the heavy southern accent who does like, let's rate some more random flavors. Ooh, what the fuck? That's what I think. That phrase is what I think of whenever I hear the clown soothing. It's like, ooh, what the fuck?
No. So, is the Clown Motel actually haunted? Or is it simply one of the most brilliantly creepy tourist attractions ever created? Maybe it's the thousands of smiling clown faces. Maybe it's the cemetery just outside the window. Or maybe, after a long drive through Nevada desert, your imagination starts filling and blanks. Whatever the truth is, one thing is for certain. Very few people forget a night at the Clown Motel.
That's that's just one. Oh, listen, I don't get scared from our episodes very often because like I'm kind of used to this thing. Like I've been like researching paranormal stuff and like I'm an expert, but I'm because I've like been interested in it since I was like young, but like the Clown Motel was definitely one of the ones where I was like,
Yeah. Now, if you don't know what they look like, you can search it up, or she'll put the Crescent Hotel here and the Clown Motel right here, so you can see the pictures.
Maybe I will, maybe I won't.
Yeah.
I say that every time, but I actually probably will.
But yeah, she'll show the Crescent here and then Clown one here, so you can kind of see it.
You're really making me work overtime with this editing stuff, huh? I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
It's never, just editing.
I know. I just like to. Oh, I guess it is my turn. All right. Cardi has chosen this time to do Ice's tarot reading time. So let's see what you effers need to know today. Okay. What unethical life advice do you guys need to know today? You guys got 3 cards today. I just shuffled it once to see what we'll pop out. All right, you guys got the High Priestess upright, Strength upright, and the Sun upright. So you guys got all 3 major arcana cards, which is a very positive sign. Well, mostly. So the High Priestess, when I think of that, I think of self-consciousness, I think of intuition, enlightenment, and then when I think of strength, courage, passion, inner knowing, and the Sun, joy, positivity, pleasure, doing all the stuff that you love to do. So you guys, in the last reading, it was kind of like you're repressing a lot of yourself that you need to be enlightened. And I feel like if you randomly clicked on this video, what you need to know today is that you need to start doing stuff that makes you happy. You need to have that courage and speak up about what makes you happy because like say like I know with me and my boyfriend, sometimes I kind of hide what I like because I don't want him like say we'll go out for lunch and he'll say, "Hey, is Taco Bell good with you?" Sometimes I'll say, "Yeah, it's good with me," even though I kind of wanted some chickens. But I would much rather him be happy over my happiness. But that can also repress some of my emotions.
Yeah, that's how I am with my boyfriend and like anybody. I think more for other people than I do myself.
It's a problem, and that's what you shouldn't do. You need to let go of that because
don't be us.
Luckily, Caleb knows me, and he's like, "Is that what you really want?" And I've gotten to the point where I was just like, "Close enough."
Yeah, that's the thing with them.
Yeah,
And so he'll ask me like, "Are you sure?" And I was like, "Yeah." Or
our men know us well. You've been dating James for almost 4 years.
And he still hasn't put a ring on it.
Hey, baby. Yeah. And I've been dating my boyfriend for 2.5, so like they know us. But the point of this is do not repress what you actually want for other people. Because I've actually started saying, "Hey, could we get some chickens?" And if he says no, he doesn't want it, we'll find a compromise. Like either since they're next to each other down the road, I go, like, he'll stop at some chickens, get me something, and he'll stop at Taco Bell, get him something, or we'll just figure something else out that we both like. So basically, the whole point of that story is that you need to stop repressing what you actually want because you can lose yourself in that. And this is telling you that you know what you need. You know what would make you happy. You need to go out and do it. You need to have the strength and the intuition and the courage to get up, do what you actually love to do without fearing the backlash of others.
Yeah.
And who knows, you might not even get any backlash. They might could say, you know what, that's a really good idea. Let's go do that. Like, I might tell my boyfriend, hey, actually, let's go get Chinese. And most of the time he'll be like, that's actually a better idea. Yeah, that works. You need to start saying what you want.
Hey, you can always say like Chinese buffet too, so you can get you can eat.
That sounds so sensual. It's not meant to be. All right. Well, that was your guys' terror advice for the day. I recommend you take it because even if I don't know everything, my tarot cards do. So I very, very recommend you take it, especially Bubblegum. Bubblegum knows everything, and if you ever deny her, again, Michael Jackson will appear to you bed at 3 a.m. Anyway. Another thing, right quick, before we wrap up this episode, those coasters are still limited time. I know we keep on mentioning them, but we're making sure everyone gets a coaster if they want a coaster. They are still going on until the end of next month, I believe. And then we'll figure something else out with the giveaways. We're also thinking about making some stickers. So I'm designing a couple ideas on my iPad, and we'll discuss it and we'll see what we can do. But Carly, what are your words of wisdom for the episode?
Don't provoke and don't be stupid.
Okay, don't provoke and don't be stupid. I'm gonna put all these on a t-shirt, by the way.
I can embroider them. I have an embroidery machine.
Yeah. But I hope you guys have an amazing weekend. I know I'm definitely probably drinking over the weekend, so that sounds really fun.
Maybe me as well. I am my mom. I gotta drink. Well, I'm not really a wine person. I'm more of like a.
It turns out I'm a margarita person.
Me, I'm a little bit of a hard liquor type person.
Like, we went out drinking not too long ago, and I was on the floor, and I had barely had one margarita. What was in that tequila?
Well, the thing is, you didn't eat for like 2 hours.
I wasn't hungry.
No,
I had chips and queso. I took a whole. You literally saw me take a whole shot of queso.
Yeah,
it was nasty.
And you spread back up. But
it was gross.
But the thing is that you also gotta think that if you haven't eaten, even if it's like a couple hours, food absorbs the alcohol, so it
I know.
goes forward into your system, and you didn't.
I learned my lesson. I'm fresh and 21. Okay. I'm an alcohol virgin. Well, not even really.
I turned 21 while I was still pregnant, and I couldn't drink.
And that sucks for you.
I'm not pregnant anymore, so
I'm not pregnant. I don't plan on getting pregnant anytime soon. Anyway, I hope.
Don't say that. Don't say yourself.
I hope you guys have an amazing weekend. Please let us know down in the comments what you want to see next, or talk about, or if you have any questions, concerns, you can also email us at there'saghostininmycloset@gmail.com. We're also on Instagram, TikTok, and Threads, which I also want to give a huge shout out to our newest TikTok members. For the people from TikTok that actually watch our episodes, comment chicken nugget down below. We'd really appreciate that.
Dino chicken nugget.
Okay. Dino nuggies. Comment the words dino nuggies down in the comments below, and we'll know how many of you came from TikTok. We would really appreciate that. But until then, till next Friday, I'm Alice.
I'm Carly.
And we'll throw you in the next one. Stay spoopy.